Find guitar. This channel is all about finding guitars. I've been a woodworker for 50 years and I love guitars. I love playing guitars, looking at guitars. I've bought, sold, traded several different models, varieties over the years, different price points. This week's feature is Xotic Guitars. Alright, here we go. Starting this week, we are going to do Xotic Guitars this week. And I don't mean to particular zone in on reverb, but they're such a good format to use. So, and get guitars, and I don't know if other websites are going to allow people to use their content. So, this seems to be a safe choice. Alright, so here's an Xotic guitar. Have not ever played an Xotic. I've been thinking about getting one. I like this guitar a lot, the color wise on it. The price seems to be decent. It's a brand new guitar, so you can't really go wrong there. Let's see what we got for choices. We got an alder body. It's a flame maple top. Color is tiger eye. The binding is black. Non-aged, master grade maple neck. Roasted maple, flamed even. Rosewood fretboard, C-shaped neck, 12-inch radius, Jazzcar jumbo frets. Alright. So let's see if we can get a shot of this neck. These necks are really nice. That's a really nice looking neck. We can isolate it just by doing that. I like the gold hardware. I don't like chrome hardware. I don't know. I think it's cheesy personally. I tend to shy away from chrome whenever possible. I just don't like the look of it. I'd rather have gold plated or black, because I don't know, I just think chrome is tacky personally. Like I said, it's a brand new guitar, so you can't really go wrong there. And the price isn't bad. Not bad at all. So this is one of the guitars that I've been eyeballing lately. They had another one that was pretty much similar to this one. And I think this is a good buy, a good price for an Xotic. Xotic's known for their distressing guitars, so I wasn't really a fan of distressed guitars too much. But, I mean, to buy a vintage guitar that's been played is really expensive compared to what you can get something like this for. And the reviews and people that play them say that they're just as good or better than a Fender. Their action is really low. They play really nice. So let's take a look at this guitar here. Let's see. Here's the headstock. Back of the neck. This looks like it's got the vintage tuners on it. Okay. Springs. I always had 5 springs in my Fender until I had it plecked, and then the guy that did the plecking put 3 springs in. He got rid of, I don't know why. I never used my vibrato bar. I'm just not a vibrato bar person, even though I don't mind the way vibratos sound. I mean, like I said, it looks like it's used. It's a 2019, so I'm sure it has been used to a certain degree. Comes with a case and some case candy here, it looks like. Not really much of a description from the person selling it. He says it's in mint condition. I mean, how can you tell whether it's in mint condition when it looks like that, you know? It's, to me, it's really hard to tell, you know. The only way you'd know is to know what it looked like originally. So I can't really go by that. Okay, there's not much more information there either. Like I said, they had another one for sale that was just like this. I think it was pretty close to the same year, but they wanted $2,000. But the thing with the $2,000 one, it must have just got sold the other day because I can't find it on here anymore, is you couldn't tell exactly where, but somewhere in the frets, right in this area here, you could tell that it was the thicker strings. There was 3 frets that had that were notched out by I assume the strings rattling on it. So whoever had the guitar must not have noticed the fret buzz or ignored it. Maybe they played some type of heavy, hard music that you didn't hear the fret buzz, or they played with a capo all the time. That's possible. So those frets in this area where you'd have a capo was actually your first, like your nut. So it wore it out in there. Well, it was a big enough dip that I considered that the guitar would probably have to be refretted. If it had nickel frets in them, well, if you take the dip out of it, and like I said, they were pretty good sized dips in them, you got to redo the whole neck. You can't just file down a fret here and there and then make the guitar playable. That isn't the way it works. You got to do the whole neck. So that means you'd have to pleck the neck or have the whole neck reworked. And if they're nickel frets, then you got to go down quite a ways. Now you've taken most of the life out of the frets. So you might as well just refret it. So there would be the expense there. So this would have been a better buy in my opinion, because you're paying $2,700. You know, that's, 27 by the time you pay this, a little over, and then your local tax that you pay. So it would have been for me somewhere around, to buy the $2,000 one would have been, I think the guy wanted $100 for shipping, so you're looking at 21, and then another $150 or something like that for sales tax. So you're talking about $2,200. Well, this one you're going to pay 27 plus another couple $100, so 2,800, and then you don't have to have it refret. Yeah, it says it's seldom used, but you don't know. You have no idea how much use this guitar's ever had in it. So, in my opinion, this would be about the same value as buying the $2,000 one and then having the frets reworked on it. And the $2,000 one had, let's see, do they have a shot of the body here? Not really, but this is the closest one. They showed the pickguard gone, and the guy had come in here and routed out some of the wood to get different pickups in it for some reason. I believe it was the front one was routed out, which isn't a big deal because this is routed out in here anyway. But it wasn't stock. Let's put it that way. If you were going to be real stuck up on having a stock guitar and paying a stock price, then that would have to be, something you'd have to disclose, that the part of the wood was routed out for different pickups, even though the person supposedly put the original pickups back in it again. So I was really tempted to buy the $2,000 one, but I didn't want to go through a refret, and then I always like to get stuff plecked so I can get that action down as low as humanly possible. That's just the way I like my guitars, is low action. All right, here's another pick of mine. I was really tempted in looking and possibly buying this guitar also. It's lightly aged, supposedly. Rosewood fingerboard. Shattered glass, it's called. It's hard to see in this one, but we will get a closer shot of this guitar right here. As you can see, the finish is what they call shattered glass. It's got a shattered effect. I assume, I don't know how they do this. I assume they freeze the guitar after they put the finish on it and then put a clear coat over the top of it. I don't know exactly what the technique is. The only thing I can think of distraction from buying this guitar is the resale of the guitar. Here's another shot. They always got really nice necks on these Xotic guitars. Man, that's a nice neck. Is having that multicolor sheen to it. You know, when you come to resell it, how many people are going to want this color of a guitar that changes different sheens depending on the angle of the light, as you can see in this picture here, how it's kind of purplish and then it's kind of goldish and greenish. Some people really aren't into that look too much. Let's see, do they have a shot of the fret? They got a fretboard shot here. I mean, supposedly it looks like the frets are in good condition, but it's only showing a certain segment of the neck, so you don't really know exactly how the whole neck looks. All right, the person says that this guitar is in great condition. One little scratch in the armrest, and a bunch of other stuff. How hard it is to find. I'm sure it's not a common thing, but like I said, if you're looking at resale value, who else is going to want the guitar? So it is called Shattered Glass Finish, alder body, 5A roasted flame maple neck, Indian rosewood fretboard, modern C neck profile, 9.5-inch radius like the old Fenders. You got jumbo frets. You got the vintage pickups. Go to locking tuners, vintage bridge. It's been for sale for 6 months. Like I said, the color is about the only thing I can see a distraction on this guitar. I kind of like it, but I don't know if I'd go ahead and buy it at this price for what it may be for a resale potential of the guitar. That would be my only drawback on purchasing a guitar like this. Okay, here's another choice. Really nice quilted top to it. It's too bad they didn't add some color. It's clear, of course, but it's real nice. If that's your thing, you like clear. Once again, it's got the chrome hardware. Personally, I don't like the chrome hardware. I like gold or black. I think black would work good on this since you got a black pickguard. Here's the back side of the guitar. All right. There's a shot of the neck. Now this neck is not really that figured. I'd say it's got no figuring at all. I always thought they were supposed to be roasted maple necks. Let's see, this has got locking tuners on it. Spritzels, I think, how you pronounce that name. Here's the fretboard shot. Oh, really nice maple with abalone inlay dots. Yes, nice. Oh, here's the headstock. Okay. All right. Get back to this. Yeah. Nice looking for clear. Okay. They bragging up handmade. They're talking about master builder. Building the guitar. I don't even want to try to pronounce the person's name. I'm terrible with names like that. It's given a little history about the guitar and builder, I assume. Talking about the neck, the tuners. Bragging the guitar does not go out of tune. I doubt that very much. It's a piece of wood. It will go out of tune. Okay, compound radius. It's been for sale for 8 months. But this is coming out of the UK. And you got to remember, anytime you buy something from overseas, you got to pay import tax. So you're going to pay at least 10% of this. So that's going to be around $500 by the time you get the import tax paid for, and then they want 130 shipping, which isn't bad. So coming from the UK, that's not too bad. And if that's your kind of thing, the clear wood, I would personally rather have some color on there and different color hardware. But that is just the way I look at guitars, and maybe you look at them differently. Xotic Guitars. I'd like to get an Xotic guitar because I heard they play really good. They're right up there quality-wise. Like I said, they like to do a lot of distressing on their guitars, so when they say that it's, you know, in good condition, excellent condition, how do you know? You know, especially in a distressed guitar, you can't tell. Well, subscribe to this channel and have a good week. Peace.